that much presence. We often see this with Enigma Galaxy play this map, right? The amount of highlights that Anna has on this, and if Victoria is putting on those sort of levels of performance here, this could be a difficult battle for CLG Red, but it's one they have to take with elimination on the line. We go into Overpass.
Let's see it then. You get the flyover, and you now get to see the utility and abundance of it brought in by CLG Red. Mads, Kaede lined up with a mission, but look at this aggression from IEMImpact.
Yeah, 3 into connector early. Spotted Goose, and now she's going to continue to push up towards short, but this smoke is actually really well played. They now can't push out through there. The T's have blocked this connector play. That's now put all the attention onto Taddy to hold this one out. She's actually going to flash in short to enable this pop to come on through. But Mad sitting behind the smoke, mows down 2. Goose gets one as well. And all this play in towards connector falls completely flat.
Yeah, really nice. Trade space in here from CLG Red is perfect. You've got a tandem of contact being taken at every single engagement. I mean, look at this one. Victoria versus 4. It's always going one way. Really good start for CLG Red.
Yeah, Victoria peers on out and sees literally 4 crosshairs crouched down, aimed at her head, and well, shortly it is not on her shoulders. And yeah, that's actually really clever. I wonder if they knew that was the pistol round they were going to run. That was a T-smoke put down in the front of Condor, and it's absolutely perfect. Counters IEMImpact's Fearless set up completely. It sets them up for success in the pistol.
And obviously, Flashy and the rest of CLG Red would have been doing their homework. We saw how easily Furia combated IEMImpact's Fearless over in ESL Impact Season 2 on Overpass. So if that's happened again here, if CLG Red are coming with a clear game plan, and that looked like a really well-orchestrated pistol, you know, miracles can happen. Reverse sweeps are entirely possible in Counter-Strike.
Well, if there was ever a team to do it, on our screens in front of us, they've avoided this stack, although if they take their time here, then all these USPs are going to swing out long. Bibiana is watching it at the moment, and she's going to spot them out. Maybe get a bit of target practice in, but has to be careful. A couple of one-taps here will take her down. Now, you just want to minimize damage, don't lose anyone else, recover that AK, and everything is okay.
Yeah, for sure. Especially if Kaede can just come over, scoop over the Galil, farm up a little bit of cash to get the AWP as soon as possible. Life's good for CLG Red.
Yeah, it's not bad. Upgrade the Mach 10. Everyone's happy. 2-0 start, what they need. Now all the rifles come out for IEMImpact's Fearless. Damage to see with Taddy coming into the mix, what their setup is towards A, who's the rifler that pairs up with Victoria here, as often is the setup. See Victoria's nameplate there, and looks like it's going to be Shu. So no changes in that setup.
Victoria peeking on over, does spot out Kaede, but look at Shu being flashed in, so aggressive. Taking the initiative, Bibian falls.
Off smoke as well, no chance for a refrag. She can just fall on back safely. Nice early aggression from IEMImpact's Fearless. Rewards in the opening kill. They've conceded a lot of ground towards A off the back of that. That is the one caveat to that play. They've left it very open, and Kaede is getting a lot of space early. And in fact, if she just parks on here, she might be rewarded with a kill.
Yeah, Shu just on the other end of the wall. Victoria jump spotting, trying to bait in. Meanwhile, on B, there's been an exchange of utility. Players are playing anti-flash. You've even got Elizabeth elevated towards Monster.
Difficult setup. Kaede does make her presence known. Drops the smoke, but she's being so loud about this retreat. Shu might even want to swing off this in a minute, and Kaede's actually going to charge on through. Not ready for that player there, but Mads has found a double entry. That setup in towards Monster was designed to stop any T's coming through, but you can't stop Mads. Charges for a double. Fatal gets one back.
Yeah, it doesn't reveal her position the entire time. Like a fly in the ointment. Now IEMImpact's Fearless look to reset, look to have a go in this retake. Flashbangs are plenty, but Mads keeps on firing. There's one more trade, and Victoria from the waters. It's a nice put together round. You've got Mads doing what she does best out towards B, but IEMImpact's Fearless overcome the odds.
Yeah, fantastic triple kill from Mads. She's been having a fantastic series here so far. In fact, all day. Earlier this morning, it was her and Kelsey again stepping up. That one was a little bit trickier.
Interesting timeout being called immediately by Nine Pandas off the back of winning the round. So just taking 30 seconds to reassess. You can see the coach is being quite vocal, looking to set something up, wants to make sure that it isn't just a flash in the pan. They want to build on the round they've already gathered.
Make Katowice remember. Quite the statement to put on your jersey coming in here. And, well, eliminating CLG Red, a tournament favorite, that would make us remember.
Yeah, it really would. Let's look at this again, because it all starts with this opener being found by Shu. She even doubles up on the A-bomb site, but the transfer from Mads is perfect. She's often this player out towards the B side of the map on the T side for CLG Red. She'll drop down her utility to always feign that there's more presence towards the short waters than there often is.
She's even ready for that fourth fight, but just not quite in the right spot to take it. At least with the bomb plant and those 2 early rounds, they've still got enough in the tank to keep going. It's fast this time. Pushing in quick in towards party. KD spotting long with a MAC-10, maybe not the best weapon for the job. She's not pushing this time around. She's sitting back towards tree, and she's very on her own here. This is very scary. 1 kill would actually be a lot here. More would be incredible. And okay, the support is starting to come on through. Victoria flashes her over, and it's a fantastic kill.
Yeah, that's great. Everything's done with purpose for these peaks, being supported by utility. It's the progression of this organization, of this team's development. Shu now steps in, deals with Kaede on the MAC-10.
A great setup towards long. Vivian's found the gap though, knowing that both players are out there, so she's pushed all the way up. Waiting to see if a third rotates or potentially catching them as they fall back. The difficulty is you've got to get the bomb through where she's just came. And, oh, Vivian ready, catches Victoria. This round now gets a lot scarier for the CTs. Kelsey, it's a long fight, and it does eventually go her way, but it costs her a lot.
Really good reposition now from Bibian. Taking the space out towards CT, trying to catch Fatal in transition, and she'll manage it. That's everything compromised for Nine Pandas. They want to have a go at this retake. They've got to come through toilets. That's exactly where they're heading. Elizabeth looking to close the gap with the SMG. Bomb planted, Kelsey low.
At the very least, they should know what all these players are, but with Elizabeth falling, Taddy now has to find 3, and that's going to be tricky. They're all spread out, ready for the refrag. CLG Red, they come back from a very disadvantaged position there. They lost 2 openers out towards long. Shu gets a double, but Bibian just finds that gap and exploits it.
Yeah, it's the recognition to take space on top of already gathering the bomb site. You know however much deep you can push without taking too many liberties. You can catch Nine Pandas Fearless as they transition up. It's going to really limit the retake possibility. And it's nice, and it's immediate. As soon as Nine Pandas Fearless get 1 round, CLG Red, it's an answer.
That's a really impressive round. I really like what we just saw out of CLG Red. Now, just the USPs for the Pandas. They can ground in short using that smoke. It's not really going to matter too much. CLG Red are all over A. Knowing that B is often the site that is stacked. Oh, but Annoy is dismounting the boost, so that's information for Goose. Knows that 2 are here. With that MAC-10, only able to get the 1. Good immediate trade from Fatal. But a recovered MAC-10, that's not the best prize.
No, and that's going to start the execute for CLG. Bursting their way forward, littering the bomb site with utility. And space has been taken, ground adopted, bomb planted, round should be acquired.
Easy to like it. Pandas will throw some bodies at this. Damage the name of the game. Nothing to lose here. They're all in towards short. So there is a potential to try and overwhelm them here. Bibian's in a nice tucked in position though. I thought they'd just run out, but they're waiting a second. Now they're going to start to make their move, pushing on through. They should just get cleaned on up here. No damage inflicted. Taddy might get 1 in the back lines, looking for a second. Needs to be absolutely crisp with these taps. They're not coming on through, so they limit the damage.
Yeah, good round. Another one. And we're starting to see the early control of CLG Red out towards long taking shape. Be a very interesting battle to kind of watch over. Pandas Fearless, apart from the pistol, I don't think they've really shown much presence over towards Connector as well. So if that ground's being given for free, and CLG Red, they're prioritizing taking long, suddenly you've got 2/3 of the map at your disposal. Sure, the rotates between the two bomb sites can be quick for the CTs, but ultimately, you've got so much real estate.
Look at this setup. 4 players towards A early from Pandas Fearless. Knowing that CLG Red have been pushing these extremities a lot early on, they put a lot of pressure here. It's actually the round CLG Red don't take this control. They are in connector. Vivian's going to open that up, so that's a lot of information for Pandas. They have to make moves soon, because if this hit comes towards B, it's a sole defender in Taddy.
Look at this key contact being taken. Elizabeth found Goose. And that means that it's a safe passage, really, for Fatal to step in towards connector.
I can't believe she finds that. I think she slips off the stair at the very end and actually puts her crosshair in the perfect position and throws out K-Days. So they found 2 openers. Now CLG did convert around from this position just 2 rounds prior.
Look at the flank. Shoot. Walk in, wait in. CLG have to know that this could be a possibility. It's time in the net. It's beginning to close. Fatal starts to tighten one end of it. Shu steps up with another. It's all up to Mads in the 1 versus 5. Swings in. Gives a haircut to Tati, but that's about it.
Yeah, nice attempt, but somehow that aggressive setup of 4 players towards A, despite there only being 1 T there, pans out. CLG Red take their time, and they're punished for it. Goose falls in party, and then Fatal with a critical kill slows down the entire attack on towards B. They're not aware that there's still all these players towards A, not knowing that that's where the gap is, and because they had that advanced position, Shu is in such a good position for a fast flank.
I think that this entire map, and especially this first half, hinges on how this fight in long goes down. The timing of the peaks and the amount of players you kind of leave as a possession piece. Because that is where all of the key engagements are taken down. If Elizabeth doesn't find Goose Breeder there, that doesn't enable the Shu flank, for example, that doesn't instill a lot of confidence for Pandas to safely push down Connector, try and take that space as a unit. It's a really core part of this entire matchup.
One of the big cogs in the machine. And again, it is this aggression towards A early. Vivian looking to take the fight. Elizabeth is here. It's this setup in towards Party that's doing all the damage. Goose Breeder and Vivian both coming up with kills. Shu is still here, and she's able to get one back. She's now under pressure, and it's K-Day that strikes. Bodies upon bodies falling towards A. The CLG Red that come out far ahead until Taddy drops the bomb. Oh, this is a bit scary. How? How does she win that fight? She's just charging on through. There's a player behind her, but the smoke is blocking the vision. Taddy is somehow making miracles work, and it's given Fatal a position where she can recover this. She can drop Goose, and now it's a 1v1.
How does this happen? Fatal now in the prime spot to take down Mads. As she's creeping ever so closer, taking a pause, letting Mads peek just behind her. False sense of security, but Mads isn't too interested in the B bomb site, instead waits, just in case. But no peaks are found. A bomb site, that's the final destination.
This is fantastic. She didn't know where Fatal was, given that Taddy had come through there. You might not be expecting Fatal to be there, and that's what Fatal's trying to play on here, but Mads makes the right call, pushes all the way through, knows that the CTs will have rotated down. Fatal maybe comes down connector on that flank. Fatal has to run all the way back to get this kit as well. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I think the 7 seconds or 5 seconds that took probably negates any gain of having a kit, but maybe she still has a chance. Has to find Mads immediately, but look at that plan. It's over towards Truck, and she's in towards Bank.
Yeah, this is perfect. I don't think Fatal can win this round. Just from the positioning alone from Mads. The timer, it's too far ticked. You can't get on the bomb here unless it's right at the dying embers. No, called off. Spammed away as well by Mads. She's won out the clutch. It's a really nice play.
She's going to fall, but honestly, that round with CLG Reds way before that. The only reason it came into contention because Taddy just pulled off the most ridiculous play there. Catches the bomb on the cross, drops the smoke, somehow wins out this other duel in towards T-Spawn. Absolute carnage cause.
And that's after you dismantle the 4 players on A that you weren't even aware of. That's a warning, though. That's an alarm bell ringing, maybe in the heads of CLG Red.
And it keeps their economy honest. 3 Galils. Not ideal. Fatal keeps over that AK. Mad's going down. Does cost him a little bit of boost being employed here. Does get dismantled. Mad's getting spammed on through. Doesn't quite connect. They are going to be taking short control. She's about to be under a lot of pressure, but she's got a gap in the smoke that she's using, trying to find Elizabeth, and she's able to do it, but dinked on down. Her escape is not guaranteed. Taddy swings on through for the kill. Kelsey, ooh, is going to spot Taddy, but not quite ready for the fight.
But because of this positioning from 9 Pandas out towards short, it's left opportunity at long. CLG Red, they're now taking the space, but this boost on towards Sign, that's something we haven't seen yet at all. And I wonder if that's going to catch CLG Red off guard. Lurk smoke deep down in, but speaking of Lurks, Kelsey completely backstabs Tatty, and now the space can really be gathered here.
They are still putting a bit of pressure over towards A. Okay, it's just going to be Bibian on this Lurk. Kelsey on this forward position is in a perfect spot to try and catch up the rotations, but Victoria wins out the duel. Brought down low, but Goose gets the bomb down. Utility light for both teams, so this is going to be a pure brawl.
There is a kit, and it is on Fatal. Everyone from 9 Pandas rotating in from CT. One Overwatch in heavens. Flashbang's primed and ready. Shoes actually picked up a smoke, scavenged it off the body. Goosebreeder under pressure, holding the angle. Not sure if the foot was spotted. The flashbang, it's good. Goose will fall. Kaede will swing. It's carnage on the bomb site, but Kaede standing strong. Victoria with 2 kills to her name. No kit in the game. It's CLG Red's round.
It picks it up at the tail end, but she'll be lucky to even get away with her life here. And indeed, not going to be the case. Kaede with a triple takes her down. And she's going to blow up at the very tail end, but Bibian gets away. And that's another one of these rounds from CLG Red, where it's these Lurk players on the extremities. This time it's Kelsey. The previous round that we saw this was Bibian finding the gap. And they're just exploiting these opportunities, finding this opener, and recovering rounds where they've lost the opening kill.
Yeah, there's a lot of overextension on the CT side, and it's because they feel like they've been able to get the advantage there before. The issue you've got is if you do that individually, CLG Red are punishing there, imploring little traps. You see that Goosebreeder's more than happy to sit back into Playground for an extra 10 seconds because Long's been pushed, I don't know, 5-6 rounds.
Let's see this attempt again. You wonder maybe she was able to throw out that smoke earlier and towards short, that maybe there's an opportunity then where Kaede can't take all these fights. If you can isolate Goose on Pillar, you can isolate Monster, and maybe that's the way through, but could be she didn't even click that she'd picked it up as she walked on through. Now they are in a hero FAMAS buy. You know how I feel about those.
As Mad's throwing that same utility set so often as she does. That one-way smoke. But instead, Shu, how on earth has she got that kill with a P250? Fortunately enough for CLG Red, Goosebreeder's there to trade.
It was just the Mach 10 that goes down. And that PG-50 chiming in for a kill also gives them that information that, yeah, it is just these pistols, which is a bit of false information, right? Because of Taddy, there's still a chance that, you know, they walk into a stack here, they are going to go over towards B. That's where Taddy, I think, might reposition. At the moment, she's on A. And, oh, Victoria, another dink comes through, trying to remove Kelsey, but Kelsey comes out ahead. If she'd fallen there, the whole round starts to get a little bit scary, and maybe it still will. Fatal gets one off the back of a flash, and Mads getting up close and personal, but there's Elizabeth, the P250. This rifle hasn't even been needed to shoot yet, and it won't get the opportunity. Bibian drops Taddy and leaves it onto Elizabeth, picking up a FAMAS, but Bibian is there with the double.
Yeah, it looks so scary. The pistols just start to get a couple of kills in the feed. You've got the aggressive nature of Fatal being out towards short, gathering recon, gathering information. Victoria then steps up, clears out Playground, clears out Fountain. Your FAMAS starts to rotate with your P250 just as the pieces are falling for CLG Red, but it's Bibian. She is here, alive and kicking, making sure that that round does not fall into disarray.
Yeah, good map here from Bibian is necessary, not just for the team, but for her. I think the confidence of those last couple of maps they've played is probably hitting her a little bit, as she was their highest rated player last time they were on LAN, taking over games. Starting to see just how she did that here on Overpass.
Walking it in. Short control for the CTs, long control for the Ts. Lurk smoke deployed. That's going to gather a little bit of attention. This push is being held by Mads, but is she ready for the close position of Elizabeth? The adjustment, it's there, but the MP9 actually prevails.
Yeah, it's a difficult fight. I think the fence is also slightly in the way, and now they want to try and push out towards long. They've made noise. Shu trying to face the smoke, but she is punished. And that's away now through, trying to spam on in. There's Fatal on the site, gets one from Truck, looking for more as well, trying to outposition, but can't quite convert those shots. But Victoria, AWP in hand, strikes with 2, and now it's all onto the in-game leader, Goose, in a 1v3. They know exactly where she is, and that bomb, she's trying to use this smoke to her advantage, sitting in it, phasing it out, gets that first one, but not ready for Elizabeth, the swing.
Oh, Victoria's positioning there is everything. By her being proactive, taking the fights in towards toilets when the pressure is being felt out towards long is everything. It enables her to create this safe pivot, allows the rotates to come up from B as well, and she does the rest. 2 quick kills, it's essential.
Yeah, first time we're seeing the AWP on the CT side for her. You can see why it's such a powerful tool on Overpass. Looking forward to seeing how that story continues. Doubled her kills in that round after such a dominant performance on Mirage. Can't afford to go quiet here.
Still dangerous territory for CLG Red, because look, you cast your mind back to the pistol, that was expensive. The rounds that they've been winning, it's just been a couple of players alive. They've just been reduced to, it is a force buy, but it's SMGs, it's Tech 9s, and it's fast through Monster.
No splash comes through, Taddy slings on out, a lot of damage, but no kills found. But Elizabeth, she's able to get one. Smoke now onto barrels, keeping her alive, able to remove KD as well, and they can't flush her out. All their utility is expended, it just has to come down to the fights, and that's where IEMImpact's superior weaponry will come through. Regrouping into short now, they want to take it from a different angle. Goose with the AK is really the main pivot of this push. Looking for the heads, Elizabeth is tucked into barrels. Goose doesn't fully swing it, trying to clear all these angles one by one. Quite spotting Fatal on this jiggle, and now she's walking out and maybe a little bit misleading, trying to find the kill. There's Elizabeth. She falls. Fatal tucked into water, repositioning, swings out, almost denies the bomb, but can't quite do it. If she had, that could have been the round there, but now it's all onto Victoria and Shu in the retake.
Jumping in, Goose Breeder unchecked. But Victoria hits an AWP shot and knows that she's low. Swaps to the USP. It's a devastating headshot. And it's IEMImpact again showing this resilience. They stay alive with another impossible retake.
That's another one of these Victoria highlight moments that she was putting on in Mirage. Another double kill, back-to-back rounds where she has been the pivotal player in the closing moments of these rounds. The one that gets it over the line. And that's terrifying when Victoria's in that form.
And that was so well worked by Goose. She knows the angles to perfection. The way that she walks in, she slaloms through the crossfire and just completely dismounts it. And it's still just not enough.
At least I got that bomb plant. Fatal, that was so close to denying. I can't believe she didn't. But actually, it's enabled this buy to come out. It's basically the same buy, which is not ideal. But Bibian has found a kill with the MAC-10. The Shu up close here, only able to get one somehow. Kelsey with the 1 dig, puts it back on the 3-on-3. Victoria potentially under pressure, low HP on these players, misses the flick. Now edging on through, swapping to the Desert Eagle. Oh, a little bit uncertain about where these players are coming from, and she is under so much pressure. Needs the support of her team, but they're not coming through. Trying to find these shots. They're not connecting, but now at least Connector is safe. Her life is forfeit.
Still low HP though, you're going into a Famous. It's the 1 versus 1, Mads. Has forced it into that equation, Tati. Well, she's been here the entire time, not revealed her position, but the bullets, that gives away a lot. Mads has actually upgraded to an M4 as well. Flashbang's good, disrupts the crosshair, and Mads clutches it out.
I can't believe that round. How have they managed it? It starts with the chaos in towards mid. It looks like Shu with that advanced position is going to do it all. And then Victoria, she's being pressed from 2 different angles. The connector threat is dealt with. And still, she's not able to find those shots. She's under pressure, and the support comes too late. She falls, and suddenly the entire round just falls apart.
Yeah, that's a round that CLG Red were not really, in my opinion, expecting to win. It's just a partial investment. You bring forward Tech9's a similar buy to the one we were talking about previously, except it's honestly less invested, right? There's no AK. It's just the MAC-10s, it's just the Tech9s, but it works because the utility is a disrupting factor. And 9Pandas Fearless, they just don't rotate quick enough.
And off the back of that, that's 8 on the T side of Overpass, and still a few rounds to play here. Potential to add more to that tally, and we know how Overpass is so much more defensively sided, and winning out the half on the T side, that already feels like you've done enough. Any more damage here, which looks like it's going to be likely a 9th. I mean, look at what 9Pandas have. This is fantastic. This is a brand new face of CLG Red. This is the CLG Red we expected to see.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of players in toilets, immediate trade, but look, it's only the MAC-10.
Yeah, call it off. Out of there. You've got the info, and that stack is still in play. 3 players over towards bathrooms, so the T's, they're just going to charge on through to Taddy. PJ50 in her hands. Stops the smoke. Maybe cause a little bit of chaos. Trying to find something here. No. See you later, Alligator. Goose Breeder takes her down. Bomb can get planted. The round secured. And then they just need to limit damage.
Yeah, that's a really good point as well. 9Pandas Fearless can hunt this. They haven't brought anything in, really. You've got a MAC-10 that can do some damage. So you might as well honestly just give this one a go. You've got nothing to lose. Bibian under a little bit of pressure in towards the water. Victoria dispatched and followed up with a clinical headshot on towards Shu.
Well handled. Only lose the 1 player, which is absolutely fine. CLG Red 9 rounds now. Feeling fine. Pandas limited opportunities now to get more on the CT side. The Victoria AWP comes out again. So we're starting to get warmed up here into the tail end, but starting to feel like maybe it's a bit too little too late. One saving grace, despite the scoreline they end with, is they look very good on the T side of Mirage. So there's a chance that translates here to Overpass, and maybe it will just be a tale of these T sides.
Yeah, I feel like 9Pandas Fearless are a very T-sided team. So it's something to consider going forward. However, CLG Red have looked a lot more comfortable on Overpass than the Mirage, I would say. This has been like a very convincing set. Utility dropped on in. Elizabeth just tucking away from the boost. Looks like it's going to be this B end. Just waiting, biding time. Victoria here on the AWP could disrupt plans.
Yeah, she's really the linchpin of this round. Doesn't fire off her AWP. So they're not fully aware that she could be here. And they're actually going to slow things down. Goose wants to take a bit more ground back in towards A, see if there's any sort of flank coming through, just because they've forfeit this part of the map for so long. There's the opportunity that 9Pandas had taken this control. So I do still think it looks like that B hit's coming through, but Goose is just going to be that distraction. Just show presence to A and keep them interested.
Yeah, for sure. And it's also just to clean out this flank because 9Pandas have been so often pushing long. So it's just an extra security blanket. Now you're reset, 30 seconds left. You have to make a move. Victoria versus Bibian. Could be a close affair. Scoped on in. You're not ready for a play at the sandbags here. Elizabeth swings on up. It's Tatty to do the damage, but Mads, Kelsey combined. B-site compromised.
Victoria under pressure, but she thrives. Gets that 1 kill, looking for more, and she hits it. Goose Breeder now on that distraction play, has to come back and close it. But no, it's Victoria that does it. 3 on the site. They may have found their way through and into it, but it's Victoria that closes.
In these just really high pressure, close quarters AWP situations that Victoria so often finds herself in, she thrives. I don't know how she does it so consistently. Just hits the flicks like it's absolutely nothing. Ready for Goose Breeder's swing towards short.
Yeah, when she's up against the eco pistols and she's got these opportunities to take the shots, those ones are missing. But when she's being swarmed by rifles, doesn't miss a beat.
Here she goes again. Gonna take first contact maybe for Fatal. Fatal doesn't even need to swing, but she will. She'll give that one a look in. Kayode falls, 5 versus 3.
Yeah, not much damage done either. It felt like KD should have maybe been able to fight that one back a bit. It was a bit of a laboured duel, but I guess Galil versus Pandas, who knows who wins that one out. A coin flip scenario. But again, two-player disadvantage now for CLG. Kelsey has just walked on through trying to find this gap, and oh no, it's being held for. Body falls into the quagmire of Overpass, and it's a desperate pop about to come through.
Yes, doesn't feel great if you're a CLG Red fan. Flash is being lined up. Tatty is burning alive. Mads has been so good at finding these openers towards Monster. Having a little bit of a gander in, a little bit of a peek. But the SMGs are so close, waiting for a potential flash, but none is coming in at all. Spotted. Elizabeth dealt with it. Goosebreeder also dispatched.
Yeah, completely shut down there. 6 rounds for 9 Pandas Fearless. Certainly more than it looked like they were going to be picking up there. CLG Red, though, 9. They'll be happy with that going into the CT side.
Burning tires to move on. Too many noises, clash the choices. Future came and left like ours. No more messing, no caressing, heavy planning on the walls. How I did it to myself. Craving all head, practice land, sleeping on my bed is cold inside.
From 7-2 down to a recovered situation of 6 rounds on the CT side, 9 Pandas Fearless are giving themselves an opportunity to try and close this best of 3 out in 2 and send CLG Red home. However, they're now on the notoriously difficult T side of Overpass.
Well, CLG Red certainly didn't make it look difficult, so we'll see if 9 Pandas Fearless can put on the same sort of show. They're looking like they're keen to go for a fast B. Smoke being lined up, but look at Goose. Dual Beretta's ready. Kelsey taking a bit of damage. The flash comes through, allows it to get out, but Goose gets nothing. Dropped immediately. Mads is here to support, but they're slowly getting overwhelmed here. Getting one for Mads, can't quite get the second, but here's Kaede, and she strikes with 2. Puts it now onto Bibian in the 1v2.
Yeah, gives her a lifeline. In the smoke, shrouded in secrecy through heaven, bomb not yet planted, and this position could be everything Bibian. Now repositioning on towards Tati. Bullets exchanged, gunfire everywhere, but Tati actually makes it down to try and plant the bomb.
It comes through, swings on back out. Bibian not falling for it, trying to find a better angle, and this time Tati's committing to the plant. Bibian, oh, it looked like that was the perfect angle, but it doesn't matter. A single point of health, but it's all that she needs.
Oh, it gets a little bit dicey when she misses the first shot, but she does readjust. She does succeed, and she gets CLG Red to double digits.
I mean, that first kill she got in the 1v2 was so sweet. I don't know if we'll get to see it again. Look at that. Perfect one tap. The second fight's a little drawn out, but it's made all the more wonderful by that single HP. The dink coming through, the gush from the Glock, not enough.
Good spirits at least from IEMImpact Fearless, who put up a strong assault towards the B bomb site. Even with Kaede swinging in from the Wild West over at short, it felt like IEMImpact Fearless were going to overwhelm, they were going to secure, but Bibian, she does step up, and that's going to do wonders for her confidence and wonders for CLG Reds.
Yeah, it's the 2 players that need to do it. Kaede and Bibian. 4 kills between the 2 of them. Recovering what looked irrecoverable. Pandas are going to buy into this. The bomb plant comes through. It comes down to a 1v1, so it makes sense to invest into it. And I think she was actually dropped over an AK to her teammate, to Elizabeth. So that allows them to get 3 rifles out.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, Fatal's dropped a scout to Victoria as well, I think. So they're pinching the pennies. They're trying to get the best buy possible. Peeking towards Connector. Elizabeth spots 2.
Yep, she thinks better of it. Doesn't want to contest that. Now, Bibian actually only M4 here. So weaponry-wise, it's kind of even. And Shu firing off this deagle is maybe going to give a bit of misinformation to CLG Red. Look at this ground being taken. They're just charging through long. Speeder has it back turned. Doesn't hear the sound cue as Fatal swings around. That's a huge kill to find. Look at the positions of the rest of the CLG players. Mads now on that fast rotate. Bibian doing the same, and IEMImpact is actually freeze. They don't overcommit.
It's maybe to try and catch out this player who's just leaving Connector. Oh, but on a swivel, Kaede won't quite make it in towards the toilets, but Bibian slipped on by. This is still a really nice position for the M4. Mads can now come up to support her on the bomb site.
It has to do a lot of work, but can't even get started. Tati and Elizabeth remove Bibian, and Mads MP9 is able to get that first kill. Fatal trying to swing out from long, and she is able to connect the dots. Kelsey is on her way with a teammate falling. Turns on back, unicorn in hand. That's all the magic she will have in this round.
Yes, James Bardolph's favourite skin in the game. A little bit of trivia for you.
Loves a unicorn, that man. As we all do. Well, strong start to the T side already. So it could be a bit of a brawly one.
I think the thing that baffles me the most is that Gooseberry doesn't hear the footsteps coming along.
Yeah, that's crazy to me. Maybe she's just in the moment calming to everyone. It just feels like a little bit of an oversight there. Also, you know, you're on land, different environment. You know, it's a whole other kettle of fish. Not going to hear every cue. Fatal was fast with it.
I think a big shout out as well to the organization of the round before it even gets started for IEMImpact Fearless. The AKs that get dropped over find 3 kills out of the 5.
Yeah, it felt very Outsiders-esque in terms of sacrificing 2 players, so 3 fully equipped, and, well, it works out. Now everyone's got a rifle.
It's a very exciting second half, though, because the scorelines are close, yes, but also the kill distribution across the server in its entirety is really tightly woven. Everyone is performing here. There are no loose cogs. Kaede looking for a little bit of a peek. Victoria wants to give it another go. Shu does dismount the boost at the very least on short.
But with elimination on the line, you want everybody honed into the server. One of the most important games they will play. Not want to squander this lead that you fought so hard for on that T side. Good information from CLG Red. They can leave Kelsey here now towards short pipe, and I think the door is closed in connector, so she'll hear that sound cue if they come back down that way, and she's got the cross towards Monster. That means they can now put 4 players on towards A. So they're going to have everyone there. They just need to hit the shots.
Yeah, contact taken as well by Kaede. Jump spots, no, thinks better of it. Maybe wants to flash her team forward, but Utility's raining in. Under a lot of pressure now are the pistols burning alive as Bibian and Mads. In fact, the flashbang, it's a team one. Mads can't see what hit her.
Yeah, Victoria cooks that. Now they're trying to clear this. Now the player's sitting in the smoke there. Bibian trying to get up to some shenanigans. And oh my god, she's going to walk through, deny the bomb. Can't quite hit the shot on Victoria. But maybe the chaos is enough, or maybe it's not, because Fatal and Victoria are here.
But you've seen rounds spiral out of control like that before. Bibian revealing herself in the smoke. Can't adjust for the second, but oh, it's just a little bit unfortunate. You feel like all the stars were sort of aligning there for CLG Red, but not the case. But not to worry. Have to take an eco, but then you can bring the guns out in round number 20.
And at that point, it's just a single round separating the two teams. Oh, the boost coming through. Oh, that's quickly as... Oh.
Whee!
Well, you know...
Joe, what? I like that they stayed there. They were like, just in case you want to have another go, we will remain here. We will root and be this totem pole for you, Victoria.
Shout out to the 3 players that did get in their positions really quickly. That was well executed. I think maybe something slippery on Victoria's shoes. Maybe some hair product in whoever was on top. Falls on off. Not to matter. There was no one that would have spotted anyway. And now the stack is out long. Taddy, you trying to scout this one out. IEMImpact looking like they've got a good read on the situation. They're heading out towards B and... Oh dear. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Everyone peeks.
Yeah.
The exact same time. I think it's like 3 dinks at once.
Yeah, Goose lined up a flash for that success. It was only half blind because of the distance in between long, but from there, all the information's gathered for IEMImpact. Fatal deals with the pesky threat of Goose, but Kaede's found another. Player advantage is still with CLG Red, and they'll definitely give this one a look in.
Ooh, Juicy HE goes over the top and hits everybody. They're all now completely decimated by the shrapnel. And it's too easy to clean on up. Bibian, yeah, I reckon she just wants to hold on to this AK, despite the damage done and the temptingness of the 1v2. Holding on to the AK, definitely the smarter move. Especially when she's so potent with it. Honestly, just USPs, taking down 3 players, such a pivotal part of the game, and keeping an AK, that's a huge win.
Yeah, it really is. And the fact that it gets to look that scary in the first place, all bailed out by that HE. Because if that doesn't fall in, then who knows what could have happened. Regardless, IEMImpact is fearless. They do survive. They bring it to within 1, as you've just quite rightly mentioned. And Victoria does bring out an AWP. She's still got that one equipped. Does one come out for Kaede? No, I don't think the finances can quite stretch to it.
Yeah, it's going to be a key thing if they can win one of these rounds against the tiers and maybe recover that one from Victoria. That'd be a huge boon for Kaede because she's starting to feel like she's warming up into this map. She's performing pretty well, but I think with the AWP on this CT side, that's when we can really see her true potential.
Undeterred by the flames, Fatal drops just to 42 points of health and actually hasn't made much ground off the back of it, so a little bit brazen. Kaede now jumping, spots out players towards long. It's just trying to sell this idea that she's the only player here, trying to get Bibian involved.
It's a classic bait here, but I expect IEMImpact to be thorough with it, but it's a difficult clear on that off angle. And Kaede swings out as well, so 2 kills go the way of CLG. A good start to this round. Now they've got everything they need. Goose is here as well. So 3 players ready to defend.
Oh, great start. Shu dealt with. Elizabeth, trying to slip the net, but Mads is there accounting for it. Just Victoria remaining. AWP in hand. Can rebuy. But do you want to give this one a go in the 1 versus 5? How on earth have you hit that, Victoria? A no-scope from the heavens. And potentially there's more where that came from.
I've never seen anything like it. Her feet did not touch the ground.
If she hit that, I would have had no words. I'm in disbelief. That is ridiculous. CLG Red do deal with her. Kaede in the backline. She's got a shooter in the side. You can't face her head on.
I need to see that again.
Please.
What? This is what Victoria does. She does it. Okay. Okay, her feet did touch the ground, but what? Oh, the crouch. The micro movements there. A master of her craft. That crouch at the tail end, her feet then touch the ground, giving a slight bit more of accuracy for a no-scope. A notoriously inaccurate shot. But hey, straight with the head of Vivian.
And I thought Meggy Weggy was good with the KZ. Damn, that was fast.
All right, Victoria. Elizabeth falls, so CLG another open up. More of that, please. That's what Goose is saying.
Is this a contact play through Monster? It's brave. And potentially, it could be pivotal. Shu does trade, but the advantage and the push from Kaede is perfect. B bomb site dealt with. Under lock and key.
KJ with the AWP. Finally gets her hands on it. Strikes in short. Victoria and Taddy. Another difficult situation. Bibian is ready for this contact. A flash comes over. Well timed, but not blinded as Bibian. Swings out for both. She's more than happy to collect those kills. CLG keep it clean and continue to extend their lead.
I like this now. You can see that the players of CLG Red are also just growing into the game. They're feeling more confident with the plays that they're making. They're not worried about a contact playing towards Monster. Kaede's more than happy to go searching in short. And we've been talking about the Kaede and Bibian kind of shenanigans that we need for CLG Red. But if she's just feeling comfortable, that's the most important thing, because there's been moments in this series, there's been moments over the past couple of months, the integration of her into this roster, it looks a little bit unsettled at times. If she gets online, that's when CLG Red become even scarier. That's when they can realize their full potential.
Goose about to have to deal with a lot of angry Ts. Good HE to slow them down at least, and Bibian is also here to support. You know, they might just get a bomb plan out of this unless Bibian has something to say about it, and that is indeed what she does. 2 drop, Kaede almost overwhelmed, but USP burst block still going to come out ahead for her, so nobody drops on the aggression to A.
Yeah, no bomb plant. Bibian says no. Not today. 13-9. Now we start to see it 3 rounds back after winning the pistol for CLG Red. You have got another investment. Victoria's on a decoy. Interesting. Don't know what she's going to do with that one.
I think she just had $50 left and was like...
Yeah, sometimes you just throw it in, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can use it as a fake flash. I think particularly with an AWP, it's quite useful because you can make it seem like the AWP's posted up. I mean, obviously, it only works for like 2 seconds. As soon as the second or third one goes, you're like, okay, that's a decoy. But it can give you some small advantages. She just throws it early, so everything I'm saying here is fairly irrelevant, but Kaede certainly not irrelevant. Makes her mark in this round, dropping Elizabeth, who has now fallen 2 rounds in a row. Well, not in a row. 2 rounds with the guns in a row. In towards Connector.
Yeah, holding the door. Really exploited. And I like this from CLG Red. They're not really overstepping the mark more towards long. I feel like IEMImpact for this were expecting that game plan. Victoria, that's a collateral. Kaede will trade at the very least, but I like Bibian's aggression here out towards Divider.
2-star players now on the A defense. Bibian sitting in this smoke. Kaede creeping on forward. A classic setup. And at the moment, IEMImpact are going to dodge it. They're walking on down towards B at the moment. It's just Kelsey here. Mads can rotate, but she has made her way over towards A. So if they hit this fast, it's potential they find the gap. The issue is Vivian will be so fast in this flank. And in fact, she's already coming in on it. Drops the first, now charges on through, spots them coming through short. Kelsey gets all the information and is ready for the fight. The bomb is dropped and Fatal is all alone. Gets that first kill but can't convert onto the second.
And it's the micro play from Kelsey there. I'm so impressed by the fact she doesn't swing, she just waits, bides her time, knows that the player advantage is with CLG Red. You don't need to throw that one into a question mark scenario, a what if, a but, a maybe no. CLG Red, they deal in absolutes. It's really well played, and now they're just 2 rounds away from converting the map pick.
25 kills for Vivian, 20 for Katie. All things as they should be. Mads not that far behind either. You can see the comfort. It's a completely different team on the server here on Overpass. And that was with Mirage still being very close despite missing players at certain times, despite a few fumbles. CLG Red are fired up now, and if I'm 9Pandas Fearless, I'm a little bit afraid.
Yeah, especially when the gunfights that you're trying to win in the early rounds aren't falling in your favor in towards Connector. That's always been control that 9Pandas Fearless have been trying to establish. In the last couple of rounds, they've been shut down by an AWP, and you take a look at your team, you press tab, you look at the money. It has to be a quick play out towards B. It's the Tech 9s. Can they overwhelm?
Well, usually the answer is no, but sometimes, just sometimes, that rush will work. Goose is spotting it. 3 players are here on the site. Bit of information gathered, a flash through towards Monster, but at the moment is smoked off. Utility comes through, the hit coming on through. Flashbangs raining in, Kelsey under pressure, but Elizabeth brought down low, and they overwhelm Mads. An AK recover for Elizabeth. She can continue to fight on through, able to take down Kelsey, doing so much work, but Goosebreeder, tucked on into the water, is able to do it all.
It's just by having 3 players start a B for CLG Red, because that was a really well put together set piece. You've got the Molotovs flashing, forcing CLG Red into the open. Then you've got the utility fully blind are your initial defenders, but by Goosebreeder being there, surviving in the shallows, it just works out to perfection.
That point secured for CLG Red. 6 opportunities to close it out. And with this momentum they have, it feels like they only need one. Contact in mid early, Vivian throws over a HE and falls back. Good flashbang slows them down. Goose Connector. Just a little bit worried. There isn't anyone flanking her. She's now potentially in a difficult spot.
Oh, this is sick from Bibian. Just over the top, it's a little bit of a gap, a little bit of a one-way. And Goosebreeder's just brought so much attention from Connector. Flashbang. It's good, and in fact, the divider pressure overwhelms. Bibian does fall and is caught in isolation.
Yeah, I think they were clued into what was going on there. I feel like they had the read on it. The flank from behind, Hattie just throwing in the flashbang to set up the attack. Now Goose is rotated on over, the support of K-Day as well, but look at all the utility raining on through. Goose is fully blinded, and Victoria, a double entry, charges into the site and dispatches of both.
Can do it on the AWP, can do it on the rifle. Victoria just on a swivel. Really nice adjustment onto Goosebreeder's head, and Shu, oh, how on earth does she find Kelsey? Player in towards Connector now, it's just Mads remaining. She's been spotted, she's going to give it a little bit of a look in. Any damage is good damage for CLG Red, but got to think better of it after the 1 versus 4.
Yeah, Mads might want to try and take this fight with Taddy, and she is able to come out ahead. AK can be recovered. I think she's tempted to poke in for a final kill, just on the opportunity to take down 3. Obviously, that's the magic number you're looking for there, but I think the AK definitely going to be wanting to hold on to that. Kelsey's not got really much money. Everyone else is obviously loaded, but if you start to bleed rounds here, that can come back to bite you. So playing the margins correctly. 9Pandas hit double digits, and CLG Red call a timeout.
Yeah, we're seeing rounds bleed and slip away already this series. On Mirage, it was CLG Red that were up. It was CLG Red that had the momentum. It was CLG Red that won that partial pistol round. It was CLG Red that could do it, could believe. And then it all just fell apart. And 9Pandas Fearless, they've been here before. It's not just this series, it's multiple series in a row. They dig their heels in. They are so resilient. And 5 rounds deficit, they'll look at that and think, do you know what? We probably can.
Yeah, the team you just can't put away. They just always somehow find a way to make it work. Well, they've got to do it for 5 rounds now.
Oh, lawnmower cam. It's rare, but when it comes out, you know it's been a good overpass game. You know about the lawnmower cam?
No, not familiar.
It's fabled.
Okay.
However, I'm going to have to cut the story a little short.
Okay, they looking to mow some T's out long. Victoria run boosted out of the server.
Look at this presence as well, in towards the short pipe. Look at this mini-map. Whilst the pressure and the contact's actually being taken out towards long, Kelsey's here. This is a sliver gap and a half, and she can just catch these players crossing over. Flashbangs re-aggress Bibian in. Tatty falls.
And with it, just Elizabeth, Fatal, and Shu, and Kelsey has spotted that. She wants to get a little bit more involved. Swinging on through, drops Elizabeth. 2v5 now to stay in on Overpass. And it feels incredibly difficult. Fatal has a bit of utility to work with, but they know short is compromised. I like this from Shu. Pushing on forward, taking ground in towards CTs. She has to take the fight to them. Has to try and find a way to make these advantages happen. And dropping Bibian here. Oh, for a second, I thought she was going to play the trigger discipline. Instead, goes for the guaranteed kill. And now makes it a little bit easier. One piece removed. Mads is low, but with Shu falling, it's all onto Fatal's shoulders. That bomb doesn't even get a chance to tap it. She's so worried about all these players swinging. There's even a counter boost coming through from short. They're just playing the time. 15 seconds on the clock. Fatal, she has to plant this bomb eventually. She can't fake it out forever, and they're just looking to push the issue. They're going to swing on her, and they overwhelm her. CLG Red take their map pick of Overpass.
Stay alive, and they manage it, and it felt comfortable towards the end. And do you know what? Throughout that T side as well, really impressive of how they're performing. And you go to Vertigo, it's all up in the air. I'm not just talking about 51 floors, I'm talking about the entire series in general. Which way will it go?
It's a big question. Both teams stepped up on Overpass. Everyone was fragging, but the key thing was Bibian and Kaede. They